Hello, welcome to part 3. And excuse me, I'm in the bath right now. It is currently 12 a.m. in Turkey and I cannot sleep. I had a sneeze attack where I just could not stop sneezing. And it's okay to sneeze, but just make sure you sneeze with your mouth open. So it just comes out of your mouth and no air or pressure is going to your nose. So I had a sneeze attack and my nose now is completely clogged up. And although I have the splints in my nose, I was still able to breathe through my nose. But now the splints are completely covered in snot. So it's really difficult to sleep. I did get a more intense pain medication, because I do have an incision here where the doctor opened up to check my rib cartilage. So that is a little painful. Although he didn't take rib from me, it still went through my muscle and it's sore. So they did give me a stronger pain medication, because here in Turkey, if you get a nose job, they just give you something like Tylenol. Like they don't give you like what they would give you in the United States, which is like Percocet and Oxy and these intense drugs. Like, they don't do that here. So my first nose job, I slept through the whole thing, the whole week of recovery, because I was just on Oxy and Percocet or whatever it was. And that just knocks you out. So it's really difficult for me now because I can't sleep. And it sucks like that I feel like I have to rely on medication to make me sleep, but it's just the reality of the situation. So this process is a lot longer, but I look great day 2 and there's nothing on my face. I have little darkness under my eyes, but I always have darkness under my eyes. After my first rhinoplasty, I was a couple hours after surgery. My face was a balloon. My face was black and brown and purple, red, black, completely bruised up. On day 2. So, very interesting. What I noticed, I'm gonna try to put a picture in. Sorry, I'm in the bath. That's my feet. I'm gonna put a picture in, something that I thought was very interesting. It's very hard. Sorry, I heard something. It's very hard to see yourself like this. It's really hard to go through this. And going through it my second time does not make it any easier. I'm telling you right now, this process is difficult. Okay, this is my second time, and I still feel the way that I felt the first time, where not as bad because I'm aware of the things now, but it's really hard to see. If I took this off, to see this and be like, oh, I'm happy. No, it's hard. I don't care what anybody says. When I look to the side and my nose is pointing to point to the moon, like my nose is literally up there. It's hard to look at that and be like, it looks good. But when I first got out of surgery, I took a side picture of myself and my nose was more straight out. On day 2, since the swelling increased, it went up drastically, which means then once the swelling goes down, it will drop again. So I do have the peace of mind, but it's still really scary to see, especially as somebody who, I didn't want an upturned nose. It's the complete opposite of what I wanted. I specifically asked for a very straight masculine nose, because I'm a man and I wanted a masculine look. For people who want the Barbie nose, it's probably what they want to see, but not me. So the process of this is really difficult. So that's where I'm at right now. I'm at the point of having the post-surgery blues, but I feel better than I did my first time, but it still is hard. So just keep that in mind. You will get the feelings of regret. You will get those thoughts of, I made a mistake. I don't want to say for sure, but from everything that I've read, everything that I've experienced and seen, it's just part of it. But let me tell you something. The feeling afterwards of being happy with your nose there's no feeling like that. I was really happy after my first one, and the confidence boost that I got was just amazing. The reason I got the second one is just watch my other videos, but just keep that in mind. I'll update you later. I can't even be serious. So, this is me, day 3. As you can see, my face is super swollen. Not a lot of bruising at all. I went out a little bit yesterday exploring, and I got very exhausted very quickly, so I had to come back. I think as long as I'm taking any sort of pain medication, I shouldn't be going out until I feel like I don't need any sort of pain medication. So today I'm gonna stay in the hotel the whole day again. David went out with other people that we met here. So just that's where I'm at right now. Nothing really to update. Just still super swollen and piggy, but see you in a little bit.
So we just had breakfast at Garata Suteli.
It's beautiful here.
And it was amazing. We just paid 410 Turkish lira,
Which converts to
$21.
US dollars.
And it was
Amazing. This place
20 out of 10.
amazing.
Post.
How long is
It was a week. I think that's the most I do. Unless.
Hello. It's post-op day 6, and I haven't really updated anything at all because nothing's really changed other than the fact that I could tell the swelling is going down on my nose. I did bruise or swell. I swelled a little bit here, but I was not swollen at all around my eyes. And I only had a little bit of yellow bruising right here, but that's it. Overall, a really good experience. Tomorrow is my cast removal. I'm still really congested, which has been the worst part of this whole entire thing, is the not being able to sleep or talk. It is annoying to talk. So, but overall, I explored all of Turkey the past 3 days. So after post-op day 3, I was able to go out and do stuff. I got a little tired because it's a lot of walking here, but I really enjoyed it, and I definitely will be back. So I will update after my cast removal.
Oh, that's good.
Is that the moment?
It's
So
so
good.
straight.
You have a very crooked nose, but let us fix it.
Çok güzel olmuş.
Oh.
Hello, it is time for me to conclude this part 3. It's taken me quite a bit to get around to it because when I got home from Turkey, I just had so much to do and I was so tired trying to get back into the swing of things. So it's now, I've been home for about 3 days. I took the tape off of my nose this morning. I was supposed to keep it on until Friday, but I'm going back to work tomorrow. And I just don't want to walk around work with tape on my nose. So I think I'm gonna wear a mask and then just maybe tape the tip. But I'm not sure. My skin is relatively thin. It's like medium thin. So I don't really think it's that necessary to tape. I know taping is really beneficial for people who have really thick skin to control the swelling. But honestly, for only, I don't even know, 7, 8, 9, like 10 days post-op. No, how many days am I? Yeah, like 10 days. Not like 10 days post-op, and I'm not even that swollen. Right here obviously is very fat. Let me try to get closer. So here's very fat. My nostril retainers are in right now, and that kind of flares my nostrils a little bit, makes it look even worse. But like my bridge, it's not bad. I didn't swell, my face didn't swell that much, as you guys could see in the previous videos. But obviously like the tip has to drop just a tad. But I'm really liking how it's looking. So one of the hardest parts of this whole process is after the cast removal. Your nose is going to change every single day. Like you're going to see something new every day. One day you might be like, I like it, and the next day you're like, I hate it. What did I do? Why does my nose look like this? And you start to doubt it. All of these things are completely normal, so just be ready for that. You know, it's just, you're gonna have uneven swelling. You're gonna have days where one of your nostrils are bigger than the other. One day where it looks like your nose may be a little crooked. These are all things that you have to be ready for. So it's the hardest part for me, is just telling myself to trust the process. So recovery for me was really kind of difficult in the sense of me not being able to sleep. That was like the hardest part of this whole journey, the lack of sleep that I got. Like I said, my first rhinoplasty I had here in the United States, and they give you a lot of hard drugs, and I basically slept through the whole week after surgery, which really helped. But here I basically just had Tylenol, and I was up all night, and it was really difficult. But other than that, my experience was 10 out of 10. I highly recommend going to Turkey if you are interested in getting a rhinoplasty, or really any surgery. Just make sure you do your research on each doctor and the procedure itself to really understand what it entails. Things like after recovery, what you do, how you're gonna feel, the effects of it all. But as far as my nose and my doctor, I'm just so happy so far. My doctor is incredible. Dr. Baver Simsek has been the most kind, caring, amazing person. He just really understood what I wanted. Although my nose isn't in its final form yet, I trust him, and I'm allowing, my nose to take the time to heal and settle in, because it was ripped apart and put back together with a cadaver rib, which is crazy to me. But you're not supposed to like your nose at this stage. If you like your nose at this stage of recovery, there's going to be a lot of disappointment because your nose is going to change drastically from this point up until 3-4 months. Because 3-4 months is really when your nose starts to take that final shape, and then the rest of the year is kind of just really tiny fine-tuning refinements. So if you're like obsessed with your nose right off the bat of cast removal, there's a difference of liking your nose where it's at and just being okay with it, and understanding that it's not exactly where it's going to be. And that's where I'm at. I'm content with my nose. Obviously, if it was like this for the rest of my life, I'd be like, I wouldn't be okay with it, but I'm content with it. So there's a difference. So if you're like, I'm obsessed with my nose, I'm a bad bitch, like, da-da-da-da-da-da, you're in for a rude awakening, because that shit's gonna change drastically. Obviously, I'm not sitting here like, I'm a bad bitch. No, I'm like, I look like a turtle and a pig had a baby, but I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because this is part of the process. So this concludes part 3. If you have any questions, let me know. You could DM me on Instagram, or you can message me here. I just really hope that I could help people throughout this process, because like I said, I just remember doing so much like investigating, trying to find people who have been in my situation, just to give me some sort of peace of mind. So I hope that I could be that for somebody. I will post a 1-month update video showing my nose and where it's at. So I guess that's it. Stay tuned.